Oh God, what's going on, everybody? So, people were informing me that Tipster has been simping for DSP and whoever this other streamer is. I don't even know who she is. I know absolutely nothing about her. I don't even remember what her channel name was. It starts with an A. Um, I don't know who this lady is, but apparently he's simping for her too. No surprise there. This is what this guy does because he can't see that's Tipster's problem is he can't find a girlfriend, so he has to come online and simp for people. But I didn't know he swings both ways because he's now simping for DSPGaming, dipshit Phil Gaming. For whatever reason he decides to simp for dipshit Phil. This is like his third video on DSP defending DSP, which is ridiculous. So for whoever requested that I check out the other video where he's simping for this Twitch thought, sorry, but I'm not going to cover that because I have no knowledge of this girl. So I'm just whatever. Let him cry about that. I really don't give a shit. Um, but I'm just interested in the dipshit Phil stuff because I have a pretty extensive knowledge of this loser. So let's get right into this. This is a long video, so buckle in. Let's hear what he has to
As I mentioned earlier in this stream, I said that Twitch was forcing me to defend people I didn't want to defend. They forced me to defend Amaranth for her hot tub streams. As insane as that sounds, I actually had to do it. And next, they're forcing me to defend DSP. I already know the DSP detractors are going to be pissed about this. They got pissed about my last video. If you guys haven't watched that video, check it out. But there were so many DSP detractors who were mad because the thing about DSP detractors is they want you to tell them what you want to hear. And unfortunately, like if anybody who follows my channel knows that I don't tell the audience what they want to hear. I'm not going to appeal to the popular opinion. I'm only going to report the facts as I know them, and I'm going to give my opinions.
Well, then you don't do a very good job checking into your fucking facts, Tipster. My God, dude, you that's the problem with the cucketary community, man. They act like they're fucking news reporters. I heard The Bothering. I was watching Mad Black Entertainment earlier. He did a video about The Bothering. I watched a little bit of that, and The Bothering was literally comparing himself to like CNN and Fox News and shit like that. Like that's the problem with the cucketary community is they're wannabe news reporters. Like you're never gonna be on their level. Like nobody fucking takes you serious. And keep in mind it's the same dude. The Bothering is the same dude who told everybody, "Oh, I'd like to remind everybody that I'm a clown. I'm here to entertain." In his slow monotone voice he said that. But then he's comparing himself to CNN and Fox News and shit. And Simpster is the same way. He wants to pretend that he's a news reporter. Dude, you're a biased fat fuck who sits around on YouTube and fucking Twitch and shit and then just cries about shit. And you simp for people because you can't get a girlfriend. That's your whole life, Tipster. And then maybe you, once you're done crying about shit that happens, then you run over to Walmart for your part-time gig there. Maybe. I don't know. But it's just like, you're just ridiculous, man.
Based on those facts, okay? So if you came here expecting me to be another DSP detractor that's just going to shit on Phil because it's the popular thing to do, that's not what I do. I'm sorry. I'm just not going to do it. I can't begin to tell you how many people were pissed off about my last video, basically reporting that no, Phil...
I haven't seen his other video. I looked at it, the video. See, this is like his third video on DSP, defending DSP. Like, just simping for him. Like, that's the thing. I didn't know that Simpster was gay as well. I had no idea. So he simps for guys too.
Not say the N-word, even though they were all reporting that Phil...
But he did say the N-word. Is this guy like fucking high or something? Like, what is wrong with this guy? I just want to know, like, how much is DSP paying you to say this? Because the fact is, he did say the N-word. We all saw the clip. I posted the clip on the community tab, on my community tab. You can check it out for yourself. Nobody put the word in his mouth. He did say it. I don't think he meant to say it, but he did say the N-word. The hard R and everything. He said it. That is a fact.
Said the N-word, and it simply wasn't the case. I mean, Twitch literally...
But it was the case. What the fuck is this guy talking about? Where does he get his information? What is wrong with this guy?
Because they said they made a mistake. They thought he said the N-word too, and he didn't. So they reversed.
Well, he sucked someone's dick at Twitch. He like whined and cried to somebody about it because he's done that before. You know, when he gets in trouble, he begs the company. He did that with his YouTube partner or whatever. I forget what they were called, with the whole Laveria Media saga shit. I don't even remember what his partner is right now. What they're called. What the fuck are their names? I don't know. I don't remember what they're called. But yeah, he basically had to backtrack on something that he said to them. You know, because he got like trolled, offered a different partnership agreement, and they claimed that they would claim all of the "This Is How You Don't Play" videos and give him the ad revenue for them. So that was tempting to him. So he got baited into that. And then he realized it was fake. So he had to crawl back to the other MCN, and they took him back. They were willing to take him back, but he had to suck someone's dick to get that. So DSP does suck dick. Okay, he's just like Simpster. He does suck some dick to get what he wants. That is a fact.
First it. Like, I mean, what do you want me to do? I'm not going to lie to you guys and tell you Phil said the N-word when he didn't say the N-word.
But he did, so you are lying.
I'm going to tell you guys the truth. It is what it is. And if you can't accept the truth, then you can move on.
You know what? Just because I know how fucking stupid some people are, let me show it to you for yourself, since I know some people can't do the research. Obviously, Tipster can't do his research. So let's go ahead and play the clip, shall we? Here you go. This is a direct clip of where he says it. Here you go.
When stationary, negative 75% damage.
Did you hear it? Do we need to play it again? Apparently we do, because some people just don't get the fucking hint.
Oh, that's terrible. When stationary, negative 75%.
There you go. He said it. Okay, but let's get back to his video.
Why are we talking about Phil today? And why do I say that Twitch is forcing me to defend him? Some of you guys may remember a while back, I reported on the fact that Phil had lost his Twitch partnership. He had been partnered with Twitch for quite some time, and he had his partnership removed.
Yeah.
Now, why did he have his partnership removed? At the time, we didn't know. I had speculated on a couple things in the past. I said something along the lines of, oh, maybe they removed his partnership because he's such a pain in the butt to deal with. We've seen that in the past where Twitch has unpartnered people who are a bit of a pain to deal with, whether it's a situation where they have a very toxic community.
I think Tipster will just use any excuse he can find to shit on Twitch. He has some bias against Twitch for some reason. I don't know what it is with him, but yeah, that's starting to seem like what might be the case.
Or trolls that like to false flag their stuff, and it's a pain to deal with them because they have to constantly reverse false flags and stuff like that. Twitch can get really fed up with that, and they can remove your partnership for that. Seems a little bit ridiculous to remove your partnership for something like that, but they've been known to do it, so it is what it is. So I speculated maybe that was...
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah,
a thing that was
some cancel culture bullshit.
Initially what I speculated. Then I remembered the whole doxing incident where he was accused of doxing a fan from his audience, and I thought, okay, that has to be it. That has to be the reason why.
Yeah, I mean, he did get accused of that, and it was true, because there's plenty of evidence of it.
He was unpartnered. But we've come to find out that that's not the reason either, unfortunately. So what is the reason that Phil was unpartnered on Twitch?
So it doesn't really matter. I mean, he's done plenty of shit at this point to warrant getting his Twitch partnership revoked. I mean, that doxing shit alone, I mean, that's some pretty good solid grounds to say, like, hey, dude, look, you do some fucked up shit, we want nothing to do with your ass. Nice knowing you. Good luck. And then unpartner him. I mean, that alone is, like, good cause for that. So, like, who cares what the official reason is? He fucking deserved it. Like, I'm not one to, like, be happy about fucking, you know, people losing their fucking shit or whatever, but, like, Phil was a piece of fucking shit, man. Like, how do you defend someone like him? He's a notorious liar. He doxed his fans. He threatened to pimp slap a fucking 11-year-old girl on stream. I mean, there's so much shit that he's done over the years to, like, to warrant this. Like, it's kind of surprising that this didn't happen sooner.
Phil got the answer today, and I'm forced to defend Phil because the answer is actually kind of bullshit, and we'll get into that in a second. But before we do...
Who cares what the... They don't need it. I talked about this in my last video. These companies don't need a reason to kick you from anything. They can flat out ban you for whatever reason they see fit. Like, for example, like, my YouTube channel gets suspended all the fucking time for bullying and harassment. There's no such thing as bullying and harassment on YouTube. But that's one of the wheels of excuses. See, that this is what they do when they don't want you on their website. They have this thing called the wheel of excuses. And they all gather in the meeting room, and they spin the wheel of excuses, and they watch it go round and round. And then whatever the needle lands on, like, oh, guys, this time let's accuse them of bullying and harassment. And then they give you a channel strike for it. Oh, we gotta spin the wheel of excuses to get such and such channel removed, and they spin the wheel of excuses, and it lands on cyberbullying, or it lands on this thing or that thing, or like there's so many dumb shit, like vague terms of service statements by both Twitch and YouTube. Like YouTube's terms of service, I talked about this in my last video. If your channel is not commercially viable, we can terminate you. Like, that's the most vague shit ever. What is not commercially viable? What does that mean? Nobody knows. It's just another thing to add to their wheel of excuses so that if they don't like you, they can get rid of your ass.
Let me actually bring up this clip from Phil's stream. We're going to watch this right now. This is a clip from Phil's stream that goes into the reason why he was unpartnered from Twitch. So let's take a look at this. Let's see what Phil has to say here. Hopefully it'll play because of...
I wonder if, like, does Simpster Nudes have any backstory regarding dipshit Phil? Like, why is it all of a sudden that he's getting involved with this shit? Like, the majority of the quote-unquote DSP detractors, or whatever the fuck you want to call them, like, we've been around the block around Phil for years. Some people for over a decade at this fucking point. Like, Agent Proper, he's been around since, like, day one. He's been around since, like, 2010. I've been casually following Phil's bullshit since, like, 2014. Like, the majority of us have a lot of backstory. We've done a lot of homework on Phil's nonsense, because he's an interesting lolcow to keep track of. Tipster, not so much. He's just a crybaby. But, you know, like, lately, dipshit Phil has just been on a roll of bullshit. So it's garnered interest for me again, so I kind of got back into it lately. But this guy, like, he just kind of came out of nowhere and started just talking shit. Like, what homework have you done, Tipster? Like, where's your backstory?
At the time of the stream, YouTube's having a little bit of problems with buffering and stuff like that. So hopefully we can get this to play. Let's see if we can get this to play here.
Oh, nice. So he streamed around the time that YouTube was down.
Ladies and gentlemen.
'Cause, yeah, YouTube went down yesterday.
DSP here. For the last month, we have all been speculating and we have all been wondering what the hell is the real truth of the matter of what happened behind the scenes at Twitch.
And this video was hilarious, by the way. I didn't cover the whole thing, but later on in the video, part of what I didn't cover is where he was demanding an apology from Twitch. He was like, I demand an apology from Twitch. And he was like making this list of demands, and it was like, I'm just kind of laughing at him. I'm like, dude, you're a nobody. Like, Twitch doesn't even fucking care about you. You're just another pawn on their chessboard. He's an absolute nobody. Same with Simpster. Who the fuck is Simpster? Nobody cares about him. He's just some whiny crybaby SJW who just whines about females and just simps for women that he'll never be able to get in real life. He just streams from his mom's basement and cries about shit with his butt buddy, The Bothering.
lost my Twitch partnership after being a streamer on Twitch for
Mad Black Entertainment, in my opinion, he went too soft on Simpster. Ever since they had that little, they squashed their beef or whatever, like, Simpster was getting scared of Mad Black Entertainment, so they had to squash their beef or whatever. And, like, and then Mad Black Entertainment started being cool with the guy. Like, why would you be cool with this fat fucking blob? Like, he's just, no, he's fucking trash. So, it's a shame that he kind of mentally manipulated him a little bit. You know, I think Simpster was getting scared of NBA. I definitely think he was getting scared of him. But whatever, you know, it's whatever. You know, he had some good videos on this fucking clown back in the day, but whatever, man. Like, they're cool now, whatever. Good, you know, good for him. Whatever. But no, if this guy came to me and tried the same shit, I'd be like, fuck off. You know, like, you're a fucking nobody. You know, I'm not impressed by big fucking YouTube numbers. Like, people think that, like, well, he's got a bigger sub count than you, and therefore that means that he's superior. No, it just means that he you know, grinded more on this shit. It just means that he wasted more of his life than I did. That's all it means. It means that he bowed down to the YouTube gods. To, you know, he sucked YouTube's cock to get, you know, a big channel. That's all that means. I'm not impressed by big YouTube numbers. I don't give a fuck about this shit. To me, it's just, it's all content. It's all just laughable nonsense.
And streaming there full time for almost 4.5 years, and never ever during that time frame having an issue with my Twitch partnership. If for those of you who don't know, out of nowhere, in the middle of streaming on April 21st, in the middle of a gameplay stream, all of my partnership features were removed from my Twitch channel.
Now, here's the thing. Whether you like DSP or not, I'm sure you can understand his frustration here. He's had to deal with countless false copyright takedowns on his account, which has resulted in...
That shit was years ago. He's talking about shit like the Sons of Kojima did back in, what, like 2017? That shit was fucking years ago. Get the fuck over it. Nobody cares about shit that happened in 2017. We live in 2021.
And stuff like that.
Cry me a fucking river. This guy's 40 years old. There's no reason to be crying about shit that happened years ago.
The guy, unfortunately, has some really ridiculous trolls that are always on...
That's the problem with people on fucking YouTube and Twitch. They live in a fantasy land. They live in this fucking little bubble, and they live and die by this platform. If YouTube crashes, I didn't even notice YouTube crash because I was just chilling and playing some video games and having fun. But, like, people get so attached to this shit, and apparently it was only down for, like, not even an hour. But people were freaking out over this shit. Like, who fucking cares? Get over it. Like, it just... They live and die by this shit. It's ridiculous.
His ass. And, look, there are a lot of things to criticize Phil for, and I've definitely criticized him for a lot of things in the past on this channel. You can check out my previous videos. I've been very critical of Phil in the past. In fact, Phil has me blocked on Twitter because I've been critical of him in the past. But having said that...
I ought to tell you something about the guy right there.
Whether you like Phil or not, the guy has kind of been through the ringer on Twitch. And this is just the most recent thing. Him getting...
No, it was well-deserved. He fully fucking deserved this shit. And I would laugh if they banned his ass from the site. I would laugh if he got banned from YouTube or Twitch. To be honest, at this point, I'd probably laugh at just about anybody getting banned from this shit. I made fun of the fact that my channel got suspended. Like, you can't take this dumb shit seriously. And that's the problem. So many people take this serious. It's just a fucking website. Make fun of it and move on. I pretended that, like, Prince of Fallen 2 was a different person. And I was like, I was just having fun with it. Like, I was making a game out of it. I make games out of getting strikes. I call them purple medals. Like, oh, I got a purple heart medal from YouTube today. Like, it's fucking dumb clown world shit to me.
Basically unpartnered off the platform with no notification whatsoever. We talked about this earlier in the stream with the Amaranth stuff, where she didn't get any notification for what she was dealing with.
They don't have to. It's their website.
To reach out to Twitch in order to get an answer. Phil had to do the same thing.
Boo-hoo. Who cares?
Apparently Phil sent an email.
You know what I would do if I got banned from YouTube? I'd make a new fucking YouTube account. You know what I would do if I was on, if I was a Twitch streamer or whatever and I got banned? I'd just make a new fucking Twitch account, and if that one got banned, I'd just make another one. If that one got banned, eventually I'd probably just get tired of making new accounts. I'd probably just stop streaming there. Like, who gives a shit? It's just a website, for fuck's sake. Good God.
Weeks ago to Twitch in order to get the answer that he got today. So let's go ahead and let's continue.
Okay, twitch.tv/darksidephil. Right in the middle of the stream. I didn't get advance notice. Nothing. It just happened right in the middle of a
Like, listen to how entitled this guy is. Like, he's a nobody on Twitch, and he expects, like, priority support.
stream. People notice that things are changing.
Owed something to him. You're not owed anything. That's the problem with these fucking millennials. That's the problem with my generation, is that everybody thinks they're entitled to something. Like the world just owes them something. And that's part of the problem when they have no life experience. They just sit on their ass and just play games 24/7. That's the problem, is they just end up thinking that, like, well, I'm entitled to such and such because I'm me. And I come first in my life. And that's just such a sad, pathetic way to live your life. And that's why these people will always be nobodies. They will always be nobodies. You can have a gigantic fucking YouTube channel on here. You're still a nobody in the real world.
Why did I
no
lose
communication
my
whatsoever?
Why is this happening?
And the funny thing is it can be taken away from you at any time.
Last month, because today
They don't even need a reason to do it.
is actually May 18th, 2020. Excuse me, 2021. Sorry. I've been trying to find an answer from Twitch. Why did this happen? Did I do something wrong? Did something happen wrong behind the scenes over there? What is going on with Twitch that for some reason I've lost my partnership? When again, I was never told I did anything wrong. I never got any advance notice or anything. I didn't get suspended. It was just removed from my channel entirely.
So typical Twitch, exactly what we've heard from countless different creators.
I seriously, I think he's just using this as a reason to shit on Twitch. I think that's all it is. He just wants a reason to bitch about Twitch. I guess he's got nothing else to talk about. Dipshit Phil, some fucking dramatic episode happened with him, so he wanted to shit. He was like, oh, bingo, I can bitch and whine about Twitch again. Like, he'd probably do the same thing about Twitter, because see, that's the thing with Simpster Nudes. He has a history of harassment. Okay, so that's why he keeps getting banned from Twitter. Because he's not allowed on Twitter anymore. Because he has he goes on harassment campaigns, and he whines and cries when he gets suspended or banned from the fucking platform for it. Like, I don't think that there should be a such thing as bullying and harassment when you're just keeping shit to your own fucking channel or your own account. But they don't, like, it's their shit. Like, they can run it however they want. Like, would you want me coming up to you if you had your own website and saying, hey, I don't think that's right. You shouldn't do it like that. You should do it the way I want you to do it. You tell me to go fuck myself and go make my own goddamn website. And rightfully so. Well, that's exactly what these people are doing. People who are on Twitch are like, yeah, fuck off. We want to jack off to, people in bathtubs. Like, that's the content they want. Okay, like, it's their website. They want a softcore porn site, then, well, that's their website. They can make that. They can do that if they want. Of course, this guy will pretend that he's upset about it. Same with the bothering. And in reality, we all know what they're doing. They're behind the scenes. They're jacking off right to it as well. We all know the fucking truth. These people are horny toads that can't get girlfriends. So they go onto Twitch and they watch porn on there because they have no fucking life.
They don't tell you anything. You just are magically in the middle of your stream, or you're just about your day or whatever, and you get banned, or you get, departnered, or, like, whatever the case may be. These things...
Whatever, then go get a job. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
Things just happen, and there's no communication with the content creators. That is the biggest problem that Twitch has as a platform. Very minimal, if any, communication with their creators. I've shit on YouTube quite a bit because I don't agree with a lot of the policies that YouTube has, a lot of the decisions that YouTube makes. A lot of their systems are broken too. But here's the thing. At least if something happens to me on YouTube, at least I get an email explaining to me what happened.
Actually, you don't. You get a very generic statement saying, such and such happened, and that's it. and then that's pretty much all it says. Like I get like emails sent to me all the time. Like whenever I get a notification, it's an email on my main email account. I'm like, okay, what did I do this time? I just expect that it's another strike at this point when it's an email from YouTube, and about half the time I'm right. So I look on there. If you look at the emails that you get sent by YouTube, they don't tell you what you said or what you did. It's just a very generic, automated message that you get sent to you. You know, we feel that you were bullying and harassing in this video, and they never show you exactly. They don't give you a timestamp. They don't tell you what it was that you said. You're just left guessing. I've stated this in the past. This is how it is on YouTube. They don't actually explain to you what you did wrong. It's just we think that you did such and such, and we don't want that, and then therefore you got a strike on your account. It's like whatever. It is what it is.
And sometimes Twitch creators don't even...
So he's actually wrong about that. It's no better on YouTube.
Get that. They literally don't even get that. It's wild.
The email that I received from Twitch was the most generic form letter email ever. All it stated.
I see Digital Apple in the chat saying, Tipster, wait, I thought he was banned from Twitch because he said a racial slur. No, you can watch my previous video on that, but to summarize it, it sounded like he said a racial slur, but he didn't.
But actually he did.
Twitch unbanned him. That was what the DSP detractors were pissed off
he sucked someone's dick at Twitch.
At me earlier today. They wanted me in my video to tell them what they wanted to hear, which is that, yeah,
we just wanted you to tell the fucking truth. If you're going to pretend that you're a reporter, at least report the facts. We're not pissed that you don't you don't have to share the same opinion, but don't spout misinformation on purpose to simp for DSP. That's why you were getting dislikes and people were acting like were saying that you were a fucking idiot. You don't have to feel the same way that the fucking detractors do. But don't fucking spout misinformation and claim that it's facts when you're clearly in the wrong.
DSP said a racial slur on stream.
Dumbass, man. That's the problem with the cuckootery community. Their bias is so fucking obvious. It's so blatantly obvious. And they don't even try to hide it anymore. They're fucking laughable, man. The cuckootery community members, all of them, none of them are fucking reporters. They're way too biased. If you're a reporter, you cannot be biased. Your opinion should go right out the window. If you're going to claim to be a reporter and compare yourself to major news media sites, you cannot be biased. And that's the problem with every one of them. They're all biased. You cannot be a professional reporter when you have biases.
Why did Twitch unban him? This is unacceptable. When in reality, no, he didn't say racist.
I'm not going to claim that I'm a reporter because I'm biased against this guy. I can't stand this fucking guy. Because he lies all the fucking time. And he's a fat fucking blob who streams in his mom's basement begging for spare fucking change. It's pathetic.
Slur. He kind of stuttered over his words.
I can't take these people serious, so I'm not going to pretend that I'm a reporter either. But when I report something on fucking DSPGaming, I'm going to report the facts. I'm not just going to say what people want me to say. I'm going to show the facts and then give my opinion about it. You know, and that's that.
Sounded like a racial slur.
If he would have did that, then nobody would have cared. If he would have showed the facts, and then you state your opinion, okay, that's cool. But no, he didn't do that. He came on here and spouted misinformation, and claimed it as fact.
But it wasn't, and so Twitch
admitted that because you saw the clip. I showed it on here earlier. We all saw the clip.
And him, then they admitted they made a mistake in the situation.
Oh my
but
God.
The DSP detractors were so...
This guy is fucking stupid. He really is just fucking stupid.
Mad, heaven forbid Tipster defend Darkside Phil in a situation where he was actually kind of wronged. Twitch wronged him in that situation. Here's the thing.
Even if they did wrong him, it's their website. They don't have to fucking do anything for you. Oh my God, man. I could see why people wanted me to cover this, but it's so hard to sit through. How long are we been going for? We're going for a half an hour. I'm not even 10 minutes into this video. Holy fucking shit. I mean, I know why people wanted me to cover it because he's so fucking stupid. But it's this is why I don't watch this guy, because he makes me want to bash my head into a wall every time I listen to him.
Whether you like a creator or
shit.
not, like, I don't like DSP. I think that he's kind of scummy. We recently criticized him for e-begging and expecting his fans to, pick up the tab.
Way to go, Tipster. You're fucking 10 years late on that bandwagon. Oh, hey guys, breaking news, Simpster Nudes here. DSPGaming is an e-beggar. Wow, yeah, way to be like 10 years late to that fucking party. Everybody was exposing him from back in like 2010, dude. Holy shit, that's your fucking breaking news story for the day? What, do you run out of content? God
because
dang.
he can't make money off of Twitch anymore.
Sorry, I thought that was my fan. I had to adjust my fan here.
It was pretty scummy, and I thought it was pretty ridiculous to expect his audience to pay his bills for him in that manner. What
about that Twitch Begathon event that he had? That was pretty hilarious. Fucking wanted $3,000 to play Mass Effect. Oh my god. And he didn't come anywhere close to it. He didn't even hit half of that goal. He hit 1,300. Embarrassing.
Said that whether you like a content creator or not, I'm willing to defend a content creator, even if I don't like them, if I feel like they're being wronged, right? And in that situation, he was wrong. Well, no, in this situation too, as we'll see a little bit later, because the reason
I don't mind doing longer videos like this now, because I've got way more storage space on my phone, so I can just fill it with all this fucking nonsense that Tipster spouts on his fucking retarded streams. Before my phone just didn't have a whole lot of storage space, but now I'm golden when it comes to that stuff.
Phil, for his departnering, is ridiculous. We'll get into it in a second here, though. Let's let him finish here.
Okay.
Was that pursuant to the terms therein of my partnership agreement that I had signed many years ago, they were terminating the partnership. They never explained the reasoning why my partnership was being terminated in that original message, okay? So I wrote to the Twitch support team, who ignored me completely. I wrote them a...
Yeah, in response to that dude, Tomato Sandwich, DSP is addicted to something too. Yeah, he's addicted to a mobile game called WWE Champions. That's been proven. That's been proven on Kiwi Farms that he's addicted to WWE Champions.
Second message, and this time they said, we don't handle that, talk to the legal team. So
That's what's really ridiculous too. Is Twitch's communication is so trash that he had to email them twice just to get a response. And the response he got was, our department doesn't deal with that. You need to contact this department. They couldn't even, forward the email. I've done this before in my day job. For those of you guys who don't know, I have a day job, this YouTube thing.
Yes, Tipster, you've said it in the past. You work at Walmart part-time. We understand.
It's not my full-time gig.
I know. I refuse to believe he works full-time. He does not work full-time. He's online way too much, bitching and moaning about dumb, irrelevant shit to be working a full-time job. When he's supposed to be working his full-time job, he's on Twitter whining, or he's on Twitch streaming and whining about something else, along with the bothering. Dude, the Cockatary community do not have jobs. This dumb bullshit is their job, quote-unquote job.
Okay?
So no, that's a lie. I refuse to believe that.
Job outside of this. But in my day job,
he's got to provide proof that he works a job, or otherwise I refuse to believe that.
I provide technical support to people, and sometimes people will email me saying, hey, can you help me out with this? And my response...
wait a minute, he works technical, so he works from home. Is that what he's saying here? He probably works from home. I guess that would make sense, because how else are you going to sit around online all day long and whine and moan about dumb, irrelevant nonsense on Twitter? You don't work a real fucking job. You work some fucking gimmicky bullshit job.
Something along the lines of,
you don't even leave your house. It's so obvious. He sits and farts in his fucking gaming chair all day long. And he's like a blimp. Look at him. His ass is probably glued to that fucking seat from all the sweat by now.
I can't help you out with this, but let me forward this email or whatever.
You can tell this guy never leaves his house. He just sits in his mom's basement all day, every day. That whole place is that's his bathroom, his bedroom, his gaming room, his streaming room. It's where the chair's where he sleeps. He wakes up. He's like, oh shit, I gotta start my work day. And then he just goes to start streaming his nonsense and starts simping for people on Twitch. Oh my god. I mean, look at the fucking toys and shit he's got in his background. I mean, that ought to tell you something about him right there.
People who can. And then I forward it to those people so they can get the help they need without, the runaround and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, he had a video on his own channel called Top 10 DSP Racist Moments.
Which literally ignored his first email. He had to send a second email.
There is a history of this guy. There's so much bullshit surrounding DSP that he could have been terminated from the partnership for anything. Anything.
Now,
there is a list of reasons they would have.
Twitch to respond and say, we don't solve that problem here. You need to contact these people instead. Kind of ridiculous, isn't it? Anyway.
I did. Over 3 weeks ago, I wrote the Twitch
not really. I mean, that's what I come to expect from these companies. Whatever. You're a nobody. Like, you guys are nobodies on here. Like, if you were, like, a gigantic fucking streamer, then maybe, like, I'd be like, yeah, that's kind of weird. But, like, whatever. Like, why do you expect, like, priority access? Like, these people are nobodies compared to some of the other streamers.
Legal team and said, I want an answer. Why was I kicked out of the partner program? And am I ever going to be eligible again to reapply for it and see if I can get back into it? Because this is how I was making my living. Okay? Now, as I said, over the last month, everyone speculated. Was it because Phil sent out a tweet, and that tweet pissed off people at Twitch, and so they didn't want him in the partner program anymore? Was it because his trolls had said that he had doxed a fan? Was that what it was?
Or you guys may remember that was my last speculation. My initial speculation into the situation was probably that, Twitch was just tired of dealing with his trolls, and that's what, got rid of him. But like I said, as more people started to, like, comment on the situation, and as I started to remember, there was this doxing thing, that was my next speculation was, it was the doxing thing.
So that person, Nick Eli, in the chat there, hey Simpster, do you know about the naked yoga loophole on YouTube? I guarantee he knows about that. That's probably on a private playlist of his on his YouTube channel. No doubt about that. You kidding me?
They unpartnered him because of the doxing.
You're talking about Simpster here, right? Like, you are talking towards Simpster. You think that he doesn't have a naked yoga playlist on his YouTube channel? Yeah, of course he does. Because he has no girlfriend and no life outside of this bullshit.
Speculation. But apparently, all of us who speculated that, we were wrong. We were wrong. Here we go.
Or was it because of the actual content of his streams? What was it that made Phil lose the partnership? And everyone has said some different stuff, and everyone was wrong. Not one person was right, including me. I was wrong. I was speculating reasons. All right, and I was completely wrong as to why this happened. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, I have the email from Twitch Legal. They finally responded to me over 2 weeks after I initially sent my request.
Imagine how frustrating that is. You get departnered from Twitch, okay? Like I said, if you like Phil or not, just completely throw that out of your head. Just pretend it's a content creator like you don't really give it a shit about in terms of like it doesn't matter. You don't love them or hate them. They're just kind of like, it's whatever. You're neutral on them, right?
Okay.
Imagine you're a Twitch streamer and you get unpartnered. You're not given any reason as to why you're unpartnered. You email them to find out. They ignore your initial email. So you email them again. And when they respond, they tell you, we don't handle that. You need to email these people. So then you email the next group of people, and their response to you doesn't arrive until weeks later. Weeks later.
Well, that's better than what YouTube does, because you can't even reply at all to YouTube. So actually, I think Twitch is a slight step ahead of YouTube in that regard. Because if something happens to your YouTube channel, you're just SOL. You can't reach out to anybody. At all. You're just whatever. Oh well. Sucks to be you. Like, a lot of the emails you get sent, it's a no-reply email. You cannot respond to it at all. It's just you can read it and that's it. Read it or delete it and that's it. So, actually, I think it's a step above YouTube.
That would be extremely frustrating, to say the least. And then when you finally get a response, the response is bullshit. Because that's literally what's going on here. When you see the response, I know that I can see.
Okay, yeah, I can see how that's frustrating. Yeah. Oh well, it is what it is.
Some DSP detractors in the chat right now, and they're probably going to get pissed off about this video. I don't give a fuck. Like I said before to the guy who got pissed off at me on Twitter earlier today, I report on
facts. He's saying, "Oh, I report on facts." No, you report on bullshit and bias. Like, this is all this is right now. It's not even really about DSP anymore. It's just about shitting on Twitch at this point. And it's like yeah, it's kind of frustrating. Like, I get what he's saying, but it's like, whatever, man. Like, what are you gonna do about it at the end of the day? You either put up with it or you go somewhere else. Those are your options. You know, make your own fucking streaming site then. If you think you can do a better job, then start your own streaming site. There you go. Now you won't have to deal with Twitch anymore. Go somewhere else. There's 1,000 other alternative websites. So instead of whining and crying about what Twitch does, why don't you either put up with it or shut up and leave?
Facts, okay? I don't report what your feelings want me to report. I report on the facts, okay? So, the reason they gave Phil...
No, you report on bullshit, because all you've done so far is just show your fucking bias, and you're just... You don't report on facts, because you flat out lied about the situation. That's already been proven. That's exactly why you're getting shit on. Because you're blatantly wrong. It'd be one thing if you're just stating your opinion. Like I said, if he was just stating his opinion, then okay, fair enough. But he's not doing that. He flat out said misinformation and tried to claim it as fact. He said the N-word. No, he didn't say the N-word, and that's why he got his channel unsuspended. Whatever, dude. What the fuck ever.
For unpartnering him is bullshit. I'm just going to outright say it right now. But let's see. Let's see him read the email. And I'm going to read this.
Would you want to be partnered with a guy called DSPGaming? Would you want to be partnered with this dude? A dude who doxes his fans and says the hard R version of the N-word on stream? Would you want to be partnered with someone like that? Would you, if you're a business owner, could you seriously look at DSPGaming, Phil Burnell, and would you flat out say, and would you put your company's reputation on the line and say, I want that guy affiliated with my business? Fuck no, you wouldn't. Nobody wants to be affiliated with Phil Burnell.
You. Alright? I am furious right now. Furious. That is the least of the way that I can describe this, how angry I am right now.
Like, I understand that it's frustrating, but it's like, what are you gonna do about it at the end of the day? There's nothing really you can do about it. Like, yes, their communication sucks. Guess what? That's every corporation. All of the communications of most corporations are horrible. Have you ever tried to get on a support line with, like say, your internet service provider? Try, like, good fucking luck trying to get a hold of their support teams. They're all terrible. So it's not like this is exclusive to YouTube and Twitch. They're all horrible because they don't make customer service a priority, especially when they have a monopoly on it. Why would they? Why would they improve on their customer service? Where else are you gonna go? You gonna go to DLive? You gonna go to Daily Motion? No, you're fucking not. Like, you're not going anywhere. Your ass is staying on YouTube and Twitch, and they fucking know it. They have the monopoly. So, whatever, man. Like, when you've got a monopoly, you have no reason to improve. So why would you bother improving? Simple as that.
Okay, are you ready?
There he goes. He's going to read the email.
Dear Darkside Phil, thank you for your message. Oh, yeah, 2 weeks later. Your able accrued revenue balance was paid on or around May 15th, which I told you guys on May 15th when I got paid, I showed you all the evidence. I did get paid by them for what they owed me for as much as I had earned on the partner program until they kicked me out on April 21st.
So there's a little bit of scumminess with that, and I'll talk about that briefly because I didn't do a separate video on this. I talked about him begging his audience to pay his bills after he lost partnership and stuff like that, and I think that's a little bit ridiculous. Like, I feel like it's a situation where if you can't pay your bills with this content creation thing, like, I'll be honest with you guys, I can't pay my bills doing this content creation thing. I don't make enough money as a YouTuber, as a streamer. I just don't make enough money. That's not a complaint. I'm not begging you guys for money, but this doesn't make me enough money to pay the bills, especially after taxes, right? So I have a day job to pay my bills. And my criticism of Phil was, if you can't pay your bills as a content creator, you need to get a fucking job, just like everybody else does. You can't expect your
And that's what everybody tells him.
audience to bail you out because you got them partnered on Twitch. You need to
He's so late to this fucking e-begging criticism party that it's laughable. And here we have a fucking slimeball of a YouTuber criticizing an e-beggar. This is hilarious. This is the same guy that bragged about making a down payment on a fucking Chrysler for slandering Susie Lou.
figure it out yourself. You're an adult and you need to act like a responsible adult, right? So that was my criticism of
An unresponsible adult who streams from his mom's basement is telling somebody that they need to act like an adult. A dude who goes around making 40 fucking videos on Susie Lou because he's just a her or whatever. I don't know what the fuck his deal is with some of these women. He's insane. He's just so obsessed with them. It's hilarious. And then people are mad because, like, I'm making a bunch of videos on Simpster. Because I want him to see how it feels. Like, how would you feel if every fucking day you woke up, you had to see somebody made another video about you? The same fucking person. Every single day they make another video about you. Criticizing the hell out of you. Insulting you head to toe. Slandering you with misinformation. How would that make you feel? Probably not very good, right? So that was the whole reason I just completely dogged on this dude back in the day when he was just going on his Susie Lou bullshit campaign. And look, and a lot of people were saying, like, oh, you're a simp for Susie Lou. Nope, I don't even watch her content. Don't even really know that much about her. She's not a very good person, I know that much. But, like, I made a couple videos about her a while back, and then I moved on. I made my points about her, and I moved the fuck on. And that's what he should have did too, but nope, he just couldn't let go of that Susie Lou fame, and he had to just slander the shit out of her, and just make shitloads of videos about that. And he still can't let go of the Smash JT stuff too, because he referenced that stuff again lately, and then it was funny. Smash JT responded to him, and he just completely buried the guy. I uploaded a clip of that on my Prince of Fallen Extras channel if you want to check that out. But it was pretty funny. Yeah, this dude is ridiculous. So
of him. And then the additional criticism is he was telling people, oh, I'm probably not going to get paid my last payment from Twitch, so you guys have to support me. He got his last payment from Twitch. He got it, okay? So I don't know.
So how come he was able to do his research about that, but he couldn't do the research about him using the N-word? That's what I want to know. Like, what is with his inconsistencies here? How does he go about doing his homework? Because it's very inconsistent.
If he legitimately believed that he wasn't going to get that money, or if he was just being outright dishonest so that he can milk his fans for more.
That, if anything, is a little bit harder to look into than the clip. I mean, there is a clip. There is no denying that he said the N-word. There you cannot deny it. He flat out said it, and there's a clip of him saying it. So, whatever, man. Whatever.
More money. I'm inclined to believe the latter. But having said that, like, dude, they can't just take money that people donated to you and pocket it. Like, if people donated money to you, whether they're partnering you or not, they have to give you that money. They have to. So that was a little bit ridiculous. But anyway, unrelated to this particular topic, let's continue.
He said, that's Twitch's standard payment period, blah, 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 blah. Okay, now, Here we go, word for word, reading out of the email. As stated in Twitch's partnership April 21st, 2021 correspondence to you, Twitch exercised its right to terminate the content licensing agreement dated November 25th, 2016. That's when I had signed that contract when I had come back to Twitch in 2016 after streaming here on YouTube for 2 years. With respect to your Twitch account, Darkside Phil, the agreement pursuant to the terms therein, here it is, ladies and gentlemen. Are you ready?
This is the reason.
Get ready.
I told you, Phil drags that shit on for so long.
He's going to tell the reason they unpartnered him. Here we go.
Specifically, Twitch terminated the agreement following its investigation of repeated instances of inappropriate conduct involving hateful slurs in violation of Section 4.2.7 Appropriate Conduct Agreement.
And actually, just a couple hours ago, I think it was some of Julius Cruz, he had just uploaded a video showing that he did actually say some hateful slurs on a couple of his streams, and I didn't even know about that. So, yeah, even on his own Twitch channel, he actually had said some hateful slurs, including the word faggot. That was said a couple times. He had said the word gay. He made fun of a couple gay people. A couple other things. So, yeah, not great. That very well could have been it too. I still think it was probably the off content stuff because it's quite a bit easier to nail him for that. But I mean, there's so many things that they could have nailed him for that trying to pin it down to one specific thing is actually kind of difficult. Because it very well could have been a combination of different things. Frankly, it doesn't really matter either way. Even if he take all that shit away, just let's say that he was completely 100% innocent, he did nothing wrong, and Phil did everything correct. It doesn't matter. If they don't want to be affiliated with you, they have the right to cancel their contract with you and say, look, we don't want to be affiliated with you. YouTube can email me tomorrow and kick me out of the partnership program. They can just come out and say, hey, look, Prince of Fallen, we don't want to be affiliated with you or your content. So we're no longer going to be, you're no longer going to have monetization on your channel. It is what it is. If that happens, it happens. Oh well. That's the thing with this. It's their website. They can do whatever the fuck they want, and there's nothing you can do or say about it that's going to change it. Especially since they hold the monopoly when it comes to this stuff. So this fake outrage bullshit about Twitch and YouTube and then their stuff, like, yes, we all know at this point that their communication is terrible. That's pretty much every major corporation in a nutshell, though. Especially when they have no competition. So, this stuff needs to just stop, man. It really does.
What the fuck are you
don't like it, then go somewhere else.
Fucking talking about, you lame brain pieces of dumb fucking shit?
Okay, so that's the reason. He was unpartnered from Twitch for multiple uses, what they're alleging multiple uses of hate slurs. Okay, that's what they claim. Now, we do know that Phil has said some really messed up stuff in the past. Hateful slurs have definitely come out of Darkside Phil's mouth.
Yes.
In the past. One incident of this that comes to mind every time we think of Phil and hateful slurs was definitely the situation from many, many, many years ago where he's playing Dead Space. And he's saying a lot of
that was probably the most infamous of them all, yeah.
Stuff about Jews. If you haven't seen that clip, you can look it up. I'm not going to play it here, okay? But a lot of the stuff where he's gotten in trouble or people have called him out for use of hate slurs is from many, many, many years ago.
And I covered this in my last video. It does not matter how long ago it was. It doesn't matter if it was on Twitch or if it was off of Twitch, because they can terminate your partnership for off-platform content. I said that in my last video as well. Yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how recent it was, and it doesn't matter even if it was on Twitch or if it was somewhere else. If they find out about it and they don't want to be affiliated with it, guess what? Your ass is gone. Don't like it? Tough shit. Shut up and stream or shut up and leave.
I looked really hard. I tried really
They
hard.
do not give a fuck what you think about that.
Hard to find incidents of Phil within the past 1, 2, 3, 4, and beyond years. I could not.
Well, like I've said, some of Julius Cruz, he put up some highlights on him, so I guess big ups to him for that, because trying to dig through Phil's content, it's a fucking dumpster. That's what his channel is. DSP Gaming it's not an archive, it's a dumpster. It's a dumping ground. That's all it is. I mean, it's just raw nonsense. It's unedited gameplay of him usually just sucking at the game. Even This Is How You Don't Makers will tell you that at this point, it is so hard to sit through his shit. It's an endurance test. It really is. Try and sit through an entire DSP Gaming playthrough. I challenge you. Sit through one of them. Just one. One playthrough of his. Unedited. It cannot be a This Is How You Don't Play. It has to be off of his YouTube channel. Good luck. Good fucking luck. It's terrible. Awful. Little to no commentary. Him constantly blaming the game developers for his own fuck-ups. You know, it's just awful. Just terrible.
Not find anything.
So I'm not even gonna blame him that he wasn't able to find the instances, because trying to sit through and find specific things, it's not gonna happen. You have to stumble across it on accident. Or some of these people that they just spend hours upon hours upon hours. You have to be at least a little fucking insane in order to be a dedicated This Is How You Don't Play maker, or a dedicated DSP detractor. You have to be at least a little fucking insane, admittedly, because it is an endurance test of all hell.
I even reached out to known DSP detractors. I was having communications earlier today with known DSP detractors. I reached out to some of them, and I asked them.
Okay, I'm going to actually look up which one it was. I think it was some of Julius Cruz. Let me verify this, and I'll show you the video that it is. Okay, so yes, it was some of Julius Cruz who put up the video. DSP tries it, demanding an apology from Twitch, has never used hateful language, unhinged delusions. This is the video. He clips it right here. I'll play it for you right here.
What? What hateful slurs?
Flashback.
Shadow X222, are you a functional retard? I have to ask. How about this? Fuck you, you dumb piece of dumb shit. You're an idiot. You're a moron. You're a mouth-drooling fucking retard. I want to watch some faggot insult some homo. You go on YouTube. This is retarded. This is bad, man. Great. And you can't even make a mistake. If you make one mistake, this is normal difficulty. Make one mistake, you can't win the race. Fucking gay. It's so bad. This guy fucking sucks my dick. Doubt complex, you suck my dick. You suck my dick.
End of flashback.
So there you go. Let's go ahead and continue this, though, shall we?
Do you know if Phil has been called out within the past few years for using hate speech or hate slurs on his stream?
Well, obviously, he didn't reach out to some of Julius Cruz because, well, apparently he was aware of that stuff.
And known DSP detractors, and keep in mind, like, when it comes to DSP detractors, these people are obsessive, okay? If Phil does
they're almost as bad as you when it comes to Susie Lou, right?
anything wrong, everybody hears about it. Everybody, literally everyone hears about it. Whenever Phil fucks up, everyone knows he fucked up, okay?
Yeah, and he does fuck up quite often. It's just lately he's just been, you know, on a downward spiral of insanity. So, yeah, it's been pretty entertaining last few days.
I looked it up. myself to see if I could find within the past several years. We're not talking about the old shit from many, many years ago. That is old news, okay? I tried.
Well, even without that stuff taken into context, we do apparently have some newer instances where he just goes on unhinged little rants like that, and he starts saying some hateful slurs. So there you go.
My hardest to find instances of Phil using
I almost feel like some of Julius Cruz like uploaded that in response to this.
Slurs within the past several years. And you want to know how many I found? Do you want to know how many I found?
Zero.
Zero.
Because you didn't look hard enough.
Zilch. Nada. And when I didn't find anything, I reached out to known, notable DSP detractors and I asked them, within the past few years, has there been a situation where DSP has been called out?
It does not mean that it didn't happen. Just because a few detractors don't know about it or aren't aware of it. I wasn't aware of it. I'm a DSP detractor. I wasn't aware of it. So, no, we're not all as obsessive as he wants to make them out to be. Yes, there are some who are insanely dedicated to this nonsense. But, like, most of us, I think, just, like, show up whenever, like, we hear that there's some major fucking saga going on. That's when a lot of the DSP detractors come out of the woodworks again to laugh at his nonsense. I think that's the majority of the DSP detractors. They're not all on this insane obsessive level that he wants to make them out to be. He wants to pretend that they're like all like that. They're not. There definitely are a few like that. Fred Fox from the Sons of Kojima was the shining example of that. That dude was a nut. I mean, if you want to, that whole thing in and of itself was a rabbit hole. That's actually how I first heard about Heavy Metal Gamer Show, because he was actually involved with that stuff a little bit back in the day. And yeah, he actually knew Fred Fox. He'll tell you flat out that guy was a nut job. But yeah, so let's just continue here.
Using hate slurs. And they said
Heavy Metal Gamer Show is a cool dude, by the way. Check his YouTube channel out. He's a pretty chill dude.
They all said the same thing. They said no. They said no. So I'm going to call it right now the way I see it. I'm going to call it right the fuck now. And I see some DSP detractors in the chat citing examples of him using slurs in the past. This is old shit. We're not talking about old.
2017, December of 2017, that's not that long ago. If he said it on stream, that's all that really matters right there. Like, is there a, like, what is the cutoff date? I don't think there has to be a cutoff point. Right? If he said it on Twitch, especially if he said it on Twitch, that's all it takes. Whatever.
Old shit. We're not even talking about old shit that he's already been punished for. Okay?
And that's a big one. The F slur. That's... Yeah. I mean, like, you guys know I have no problem with saying that word, but, like, again, it doesn't matter what I think. It doesn't matter what you think. It doesn't matter what anybody thinks. It matters what Twitch thinks. And Twitch thinks they don't want to be affiliated with that, unsurprisingly. So they kicked his ass from the partnership. Again, he should count his blessings, because the fact that he was able to get away with that for that long is pretty impressive. Someone was definitely protecting him for a while. Alright, so he should count his blessings. He really should.
If he says something inappropriate and
he had a good run on Twitch.
Temporary suspension for it, he's already been punished for that. We're not talking about that shit. Okay? So you can spam that shit in my chat all you want, but like I said, I looked for examples of DSP being called out for using hate slurs. And I looked for examples of DSP doing so from notable detractors in the community.
He's getting pretty bodied in the chat right here, man. Like, dude, like, you're just wrong here. Like, I know you got a bias against Twitch. And yeah, Twitch is a pretty stupid fucking streaming site. Like, they've definitely got their double standards and shit. Like, yeah, I'm like, he's not even wrong about some of this shit that he says about this. Like, I definitely agree. They go overboard with some of this stuff, but like, again, like, what are you gonna do about it, dude? Like, I feel like he's only using this situation just to bitch about Twitch. I really do.
Community, okay?
Because does he
No,
really want to sit here and simp for DSP? Like, really? Come on, man. You don't give a fuck about DSP. Nobody cares about this fucking loser.
notable detractors.
Not even
None
other
of
losers care about this loser.
them knew of any recent examples within the past few years. So I'm going to say it, whether the detractors like it or not, this unpartnering is bullshit. Whether
Well,
you
it doesn't matter what you think anyway, so who cares?
like Phil or not. And here's the thing. I don't like Phil. I think Phil's a piece of shit. I think he takes advantage of his audience. I think he's literally the definition of an e-beggar. Literally the definition of an e-beggar, okay? But I have to defend him here. Twitch is
I think you're the definition of a fat, lazy simp.
forcing me to defend him here. This is a bullshit departnering. Now, we're going to continue reacting to him a little bit because he gets a little bit over the top here. But I have to do it. I have to defend him.
Yeah, even Almighty Tevin moved on from this shit. And I thought he was pretty obsessed. He does some, like, really long streams on DSP. Some insanely long, deep dives into this rabbit hole. But, like, I've actually got some respect for Almighty Tevin, because he even moved on from this nonsense. Like, he's doing his own stuff, so good for him, you know?
Partnering him with Twitch is bullshit. Here we go.
Hateful slurs. Hateful slurs. What hateful...
Like, yeah, I'll admit that Tipster has some points against Twitch. Like, yeah, but he's flat out wrong when it comes to DSP. He's flat out wrong. There's no denying it.
What slurs do I use on my streams? What?
He picked a terrible example of a thing to blame Twitch on.
Hateful slurs. If there were hateful slurs on my streams, I would not be on Twitch. I would have been suspended and kicked off of Twitch entirely. How can you tell me there's hateful slurs on my stream that aren't bad enough to get me violating the terms of service and ban, but are bad enough to get me kicked out of your partner program?
I hate to say this because, like I said, I don't like Phil. I'm not a fan of Phil. I think he's legitimately a scummy person, okay? But having said that, he's right. That doesn't make any sense. Twitch has really strict policies against hate speech on their platform and hateful slurs, okay?
Yes, because it's run by snowflakes. What do you expect?
They have very, very strict policies against that. You could accidentally say a slur and you'll get banned. You could have someone on your stream accidentally say...
So in that regard, he's gotten lucky. Again, count your damn blessings. I'm telling you, there's a reason I never have gone onto Twitch. Because if I were to stream on Twitch within a week, I would be banned. I guarantee it. I'd be banned within a week. No doubt about it. Because I don't have a filter. I just say whatever I feel like saying. Like, whatever. Because that's what this shit is to me. It's all a joke to me. So I will say whatever I feel like saying. But it's their website. Like, how can you get mad at them taking action when it's their own website? I don't get that.
Slur, and you'll get banned. You could be playing a video on your stream, and if that video uses a slur, you'll get banned. You can get banned if your chat is saying slurs, okay? That's how ridiculous this shit is, okay? So it doesn't make any sense. If he is being investigated for using hateful slurs on their...
He has a point against Twitch, but I really do think that he picked the worst example of something to get angry about, because there's just so many instances where he can easily be looked at and be like, yeah, he kind of deserved to get kicked off. And like I said, he's not even banned from the site. He's just kicked from the partnership program. So he can still go back over there, and he can still just rake in tips if he wanted to. So it's ridiculous. Like, why are we getting onto Twitch for this? He's been insanely lucky through this. That's the reason that DSP detractors call this guy the pig roach. Because he is like a cockroach. But he snorts like a pig, so they call him a pig roach.
Platform, and they chose to departner him. Why did they not ban him? Wouldn't you think if he was legitimately using hateful slurs on their platform that he would have gotten banned?
Yes, I would.
That doesn't make...
So he should be thankful for that.
That doesn't make any sense. You departner him?
How long has this even been going? Over an hour, right? Yeah, an hour and 10 minutes.
Ban him?
I think this is officially my longest video ever.
Make it make sense to me. I hate to give DSP credit for something, but he's literally right here. He's literally right.
No, he's literally not right. And neither are you.
Why would they departner him but not ban him if he's going around using...
I don't know. Why is that something to complain about? Isn't that a good thing? I mean, like, why would you be mad about that? Why would you be like, oh, it's not fair that he lost his partnership, but he's not banned from the site? Like, why is that even something to complain about? Like, wouldn't you just like shut up and like accept it and be like, well, at least I'm not banned?
Hateful slurs all the time. Like, it doesn't make sense.
Are you kidding me? Why are we complaining about that?
Okay? Bullshit. 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 There were no hateful slurs ever on my streams, ever. Since I've been on Twitch, I don't use hateful slur language at all. Ever.
All I see here throughout this whole video is just two lol cows whining about Twitch. That's all this is. This whole fucking video is just two lazy slobs whining about Twitch.
Ever.
Over something extremely stupid.
Ever. I just was falsely suspended and immediately reinstated because I did not use a hateful slur.
That's another interesting bit, okay? Just a couple days ago, he got banned on Twitch. He got banned on Twitch for supposedly saying the N-word. And if you watch that clip in context, I know a lot of the DSP detractors are like, no, he absolutely 100% said the N-word. No, he didn't.
I hate to sound like a broken record, but he did say it.
If you look at the context of the situation, the context in which he's supposedly using the N-word, it makes zero fucking sense.
What do you mean by the context? It doesn't matter what the context was. It's the fact that he said it. That's all that matters in the situation. Fuck your context. The context is he said the N-word with the hard R, and he got suspended for a week. End of story.
Anybody with a functioning brain can look at that situation and say, hey, he was trying to say the word negative, he stuttered a little bit.
Doesn't matter. Does not matter. He said it. That's all that matters.
And it sounded like the N-word when he stuttered.
He wasn't even banned from the site for it. He got suspended for it. So, what is the problem? Again, another stupid whining moment. He should have just accepted and be like, well, it was a slip of the tongue, it was unfortunate. You know, maybe I should take some time away from it. Maybe I need to clear my head a little bit and get rejuvenated here. Because how do you mispronounce negative by saying the N-word? How does that even happen?
Like, that's literally what happened. Twitch literally re-reviewed the situation and said, you know what, we fucked up.
Literally, you're a fucking dumbass.
We're unbanning him. So again, why would Twitch unban him? Why would Twitch unban him if he's repeatedly using racial slurs on their platform? I'll say it again to all the literal DSP detractors in my chat right now losing their shit. Make it make sense. Make it make sense.
I'll make it make perfect sense. Twitch has the right to do whatever the fuck they want to do because it's their website. There. Does that make sense to you? I hope so, because there's...
Why would they unban him off their platform for allegations of using racial slurs, or hate slurs rather, excuse me, hate slurs? Why would they unban him for allegedly using hate slurs if he's repeatedly using hate slurs? It doesn't make any sense to me. It really doesn't.
All right? So here's what I think. I think these fuckhead trolls have been sitting on my streams for the last couple of months, literally clipping every instance where it kind of sounds like I'm saying a hateful slur and sending it to Twitch. Now, Twitch themselves, there's two different teams.
I see several people in the chat asking if I'm familiar with Twitch's terms of service. Yes, I am very familiar with Twitch's terms of service. That's why I don't stream primarily on their platform anymore, because I don't like their terms of service. I used to be a streamer over there. I used to be affiliated, and I was trying to get partnered. I decided not to do that anymore because their rules are so ridiculous, and their lack of transparency and clarity with their creators is ridiculous. Like I said, I don't like defending DSP. He's a scumbag. He takes advantage of his audience. He's kind of a shit person in many ways.
Then maybe you should have just looked the other way. I mean, I don't understand what, like, is his hatred for Twitch this strong where he's going to defend a scumbag like DSP? Man, the bias is strong here.
Here's the thing. I will call out Phil when I feel it's warranted to call out Phil. And I have called out Phil many, many times in the past. But if I feel like a creator is being wronged, even if I don't like them, I'm going to go to bat for them. And in this situation, I feel like he's being wronged. He's being
He kind of came out of the woodworks when it came to this DSP stuff. Like, he just... Yeah, I noticed that he just randomly started doing this stuff. Like, maybe he has, like, talked about this stuff in the past, and I just haven't noticed it. Because his channel's kind of a dumpster, too. You know? But, it's not as bad as someone like The Bothering, and it's nowhere near as bad as Dipshit Phil Gaming's channel, but you know, Simpster's not too far off. You know, his channel's a dumpster fire too. It's like digging straight down in Minecraft. You know, it's a recipe for disaster. That's what you get when you go to his channel.
He's being accused of using hate slurs on his stream all the time, and he's being unpartnered because of that. But I couldn't find any examples of that. I couldn't find any examples of that. I've seen some people
literally just said it in your chat, but I guess you're just going to ignore that.
Reference the R word in chat, that apparently he's used the R word in stream. Here's the thing.
He's also said the word faggot on stream.
A lot of people think the R word is banned on Twitch. It's not.
What about the F word?
Twitch has never come out and gave a definitive stance.
What about calling your audience dumb fucks and mouth-drooling retards? That's not... It's saying it multiple times. That's not gonna make them be like, yeah, we don't want to be affiliated with that. Really? I think just about any corporation, especially the faggot word. I mean, come on. That's something that you almost can't even get away with on YouTube. And YouTube's way more lax about it than Twitch.
On the R word. Now, I'll say this. It's only a matter of time before Twitch bans the R word. It's surprising to me, considering the current social climate and their stance on the R word, that that word's not banned yet. But it's only a matter.
Yeah, I agree with him on that.
Matter of time. Twitch is going to ban this word in the near future.
I think he's right about that. They probably will. And guess what? Once again, it's their own website. So if they want to, as stupid as that might be, yeah, there you go.
Would not be.
They can if they want to. And people are going to claim it's censorship. I mean, there is no freedom of speech on social media. You can't... social media is fucking stupid, okay? Because you can't be social on social media anymore. You just can't. You can't say certain things on Twitter. You can't say certain things on Facebook. You know, like, they should just let people say what they want to say. Like, yeah, like, it is ridiculous, but it's their website. Like, what are you going to do about it? You know, it's... Go somewhere else if you don't like it. There are other alt trash sites that'll let you say whatever the fuck you want. It might be getting out there into, like, a void, but you can say it. That's the point. So if you want your freedom of speech or whatever, go to Parler or one of these other weird, trashy, nobody sites.
Surprised if they announced it tomorrow, right? Because a lot of people are super offended by the R word. But having said that,
I don't call it the R word. I just say it like it is. Retarded. Like, he's so PC. He cries about censorship, but then he always censors himself. Just fucking say it. Retarded. You know, like, is that so hard to say? God, this guy's a pussy.
At this moment in time, they do not ban people for using the R word. As
They
great
don't ban people for saying the R word. It's just like the bothering. How he won't. Yeah, he'll just say, "Oh, some spicy meme." So instead of saying sexy, he'll say spicy. It's like, dude, really? They've got these like made up words to like get around the other words because they think like they're gonna get demonetized for saying it or something. I don't know. It's cringy. It's stupid. It's cringy. It's fake. It's fraudulent. It's just like, come on, man. Like, they cry. That's the thing that's weird about the cuckatary community. They always cry about censorship, but they're always the ones censoring themselves. You can say retarded as much as you want. I'm saying it a lot right now. Retarded, retarded, retarded. You're fucking retarded, tipster. You're a fucking retard. And that fucking bothering guy, he's a fucking fag. There you go. Jesus
easy
Christ,
as that
man.
sounds, as hard as that is to believe, Twitch does not ban people for using the R word. So you can scream and holler about the R word all you want in chat. Twitch literally hasn't really banned anyone for use of the R
You
word.
can't really say it on YouTube's chat. You can't call people retards on YouTube's comments sections. I don't think you can anymore. I know you can't call someone a faggot in the YouTube comments section. That'll get deleted automatically within 30 seconds. There's nothing you can do about it. It is what it is. There's nothing that I can do to change it. Even though I have my comment section set to allow all comments, it's going to happen anyways. They're still going to automatically delete it. There's nothing I can do about it. And it just that's kind of frustrating because, like, you know, I mean, but again, like, whatever, it's their website, they can do what they want. There's nothing I can really do about it. But like, it's just kind of annoying because, like, I'm the one that gets accused of deleting comments, but I'm not the one deleting the comment. I didn't even get to see what you wrote. It's YouTube that's deleting the comments, not me. So, like, yeah, there's all kinds of dumb shit that these companies do that's just, like, fucking over creators left and right. It is what it is, man. Like, there's nothing you can really do about it. You just have to deal with it.
I know it's crazy, but it's true. Somebody in the chat is saying Soda Papa says the R word every 5 minutes. They literally don't ban people for that word. So, anyway.
Not yet.
Oh, but the point I was trying to make is I tried hard to find examples of him using hate slurs, and I couldn't find any. I couldn't find any examples. And the detractors that I talked to in the detractor community, they couldn't remember any either. There we go.
There's an actual team for partnerships, and there's a team for the terms of service. The terms of service team are reviewing and saying, no, in context to Phil's streams, he's not saying any hateful slurs at all. There's nothing. He's never said anything like that whatsoever. So therefore, they never hit me with anything. The one instance was 2 days ago, or was it 3 days ago now? 3 days ago, they thought I said the N-word when I didn't. I was saying something completely different, but someone took it out of context, sent them a clip. Somehow I got auto-flagged and suspended. Within an hour, they reviewed the situation and said, he didn't say that, and then they reinstated the account. Okay?
Yeah.
I would love to know whose dick he sucked to get unsuspended. I really would. Like, how high up did he have to go in order to get unsuspended? Because he fully deserved that. He fully fucking deserved. I'm surprised he didn't get banned for that. With how much of a SJW Twitch's people are. I mean, my God, I would think he would have got banned for that right there. I mean, I was shocked. Like, I saw it pop up on my my recommended feed. Like, I just went, like, after work, I went onto YouTube and I was like, oh my God, like, he actually said that? I was blown away. Like, I even for Phil, I wouldn't think in the modern day he would say that. Like, you would think he'd be smart enough at least to not say things that he knows can get him banned from his source of income. You know, you would think he would at least have that amount of intelligence in him, but no. He's just... So yeah, I was kind of shocked about that too, but I was just laughing. I'm like, you dumb motherfucker.
That happened.
So, Yeah, that's bullshit. It never happened. Twitch suspended my partnership, terminated my partnership for something that never happened.
And like I said, here's the thing. Whether you like Phil or not, whether you like any creator or not,
I know this has probably been like a broken record. It's been a repeat of the same points being made. But, like, that's all you can really do in this video. Throughout this whole thing, it's just a repeat of the same points over and over again. So, I don't really have much else to say about it, but I feel like I'm so far into this already, I might as well just finish it. This is going to be an hour-and-a-half long video. So, I hope you're happy that I wasted an hour and a half of my fucking life talking about two losers whining about Twitch. I hope this response satisfies you guys.
Not be okay with a creator getting punished for something they didn't do. You simply shouldn't. Okay? Because, yeah, maybe today it's happening to a creator you don't like. In this case, a lot of people don't like Darkside Phil, right? But tomorrow it could be a creator that you do like, right? We've seen these situations happen before, where people who have not done something wrong get punished for doing something wrong. Let's use examples on YouTube, for example. We had the Monkey Jones situation. He got terminated off of this platform. And a lot of people believe he was wrongfully terminated. Whether you like Monkey Jones or not, what happened to him is not okay. Look at the...
Again, they don't have to have a reason. Like, I don't think he should have been terminated either. But they don't need a reason to terminate people on here. They have so many vague terms of service, generic rules on here that they can, at this point, they can terminate you for whatever the fuck they feel like. It's just a website, man. It's just a fucking website. Put up your content, do what you gotta do, move on. It is what it is. Don't expect this thing to last forever. People claim that, oh, the internet's forever. No, it's not. The whole World Wide Web could crash tomorrow. You never know what could happen. YouTube went down for, like, what, an hour yesterday? What if it never came back online? What if there's a server fire and a shitload of their fucking servers got destroyed and all the data got lost? Could happen. You never know. So, whatever.
Dr. Disrespect situation. We still to this day don't know why he was banned. We've heard speculation and rumors about what potentially happened to him. Allegedly, it was over contract disputes or something like that, right?
The unreliability of this stuff is why I don't understand why anybody wants to do this for a living. It's it's so unreliable. And the fact that they can just not even just kick you out of the partnership, but flat out ban you for whatever reason they see fit. If you're not commercially viable on YouTube, you can have your channel removed. I mean, that alone is like, should be a wake-up call. You shouldn't rely on this, man. It could be taken away from you at any point, and they don't even need a reason to do it.
Having said that, it seems like it was bullshit. I don't care if you like a creator or not. You should not be in favor of them being punished for something that they didn't do. You simply shouldn't.
Okay, but using DSP for this is a horrible example. He should have just took DSP out of the equation. He shouldn't have even started playing this video to use it as a reason. He should have just talked about it in general. Because the fact of the matter is he did all of this stuff. So I really have no sympathy when it comes to DSP. Monkey Jones maybe is a different story. That's a much better example. But he's not a Twitch streamer, so he couldn't use him for this instance. So, whatever.
So again, I don't like Phil. I don't like defending Phil. But I will go to bat for a creator even if I don't like them.
But everything he was accused of, there's proof of it. Therein lies the problem.
If I feel like they're being wronged. And I really, truly believe that Phil was wronged in this situation.
Well, then you're truly a fucking dumbass.
I really do.
You have punished me legally for something I legally didn't do. In the United States of America, that's not legal.
Nah, Phil, I have to call you on that one. It's not against the law for Twitch to punish you in this manner. It's fucked up. You could argue it's immoral, but it's not.
Yeah, what a shock. A corporation is immoral. Really? It's immoral? There's your argument. It's immoral. Corporations have no morals. They will say whatever they can, just like politicians are the same way. They will tell you whatever they want you to hear, so you support them. It's stupid, but that's what they'll do. Just like when Sony was allowing the terrorists to be heard, they had that retarded Black Lives Matter nonsense theme on the PS4. I'm like, why are you supporting terrorism? Like, that's a terrorist movement. But because that's the whole, SJW movement lately, they wanted to fit in with the crowd, so they wanted to generate some PR, they wanted to generate some clout for themselves, so that's why they did it. And a lot of other corporations have done it as well. Hell, even DSP has acknowledged that some of these corporations are doing stuff like that. Like fucking Oreo was talking about, like, transgenders or some shit. Like, who fucking cares what you think about such and such event? Like, IGN, I noticed, like, IGN's been, like, trying to, like, tell people about how they feel about real world events. I'm like, why are you talking about this? Like, you're a fucking gaming related site. Like, you have nothing to do with politics. Why are you even, like, getting involved with that shit? Like, it just makes no sense. Like, some of these big corporations and stuff, like, talking about how they feel about real world events, like shut the fuck up. Like, nobody even cares what you think about that. Like, shut up and go back to making your cookies, Oreo. And, like, he said that. Like, I agree with Phil on that. Like, it's fucking stupid. I swear to God, Phil should have been, covering commentary on some of this stuff instead of being a gamer. He probably would have been way more successful with that if he would have just been covering, like, all this stupid nonsense that these corporations do. Because he's got a lot of really good points. He's very level-headed. He's not biased. He's not part of the left-wing cult, and he's not part of the right-wing cult. He makes a lot of good points that make a lot of sense. He really should have been a political channel instead of a gaming channel. I think he would have done a lot better. Or maybe a mix of both. But whatever. And he doesn't like talking about that stuff. I get it. There's too many ridiculous nonsense. It's really, really hard to have a civil conversation with people about politics. It really is. Because people are so biased when it comes to this stuff.
Not against the law, bro. It's not against the law. I'm sorry.
Like, what are you gonna do, Phil? You gonna sue Twitch over this? Like, it's not against the law. He's claiming that it's against the law. How is it against the law? It's their website. You sign the terms of service.
You can't say that. You can't say that it's against the law for Twitch to punish you in this manner, because it's not. It's just not, dude. Twitch literally has it in their contract that you signed that they can terminate your contract at any time.
There you go. You just answered the whole fucking question oh my... Dude, you're such an idiot. Tipster, you just debunked your whole fucking video here. Your whole video can now be thrown out the window. You just said that they can cancel your fucking contract at any time for any reason. And it's true, they can. So like, the whole argument of he didn't deserve this should now be thrown out the window. Why is he expecting companies to be moral? To have, like, moral standards? They're a soulless corporation. They're designed to make cash. That's it.
And that's what they did. Like, I disagree with...
What is with these... Like, you would think these people who claim to have... that this is their fucking business, you would think they would at least know, like, basic level business. You would think. But no, because they're so sheltered, they just live in their little mom's basement fantasy land, they don't understand how the real world works. It's so obvious. So very obvious that they're so sheltered that they have no idea how the real world works at all. You can tell, at least, you can shit on Smash JT all you want, Simpster, but at least he knows how the world works. Okay? You know, he's going out and making investments, and he's doing really well for himself. And he's been outside living his life, getting some sun, you know, making investments and stuff like that. And he's just been sitting here laughing at your ass. Because he even said, like, you're going nowhere. And you really are. Look at you, dude. Like, you're a fucking blimp in your mom's basement. Farting in your fucking gaming chair. Whining about what Twitch is doing. Meanwhile, Smash JT is out, living his life and making cash. He's way more fit than you are. He's gonna be getting some, you know, he gets pussy. You don't. Like, you're a fucking nobody, dude. You have to slander people to make down payments on a car, for fuck's sake. You are a fucking loser. A complete fucking loser. You are a failure at the basics of life. You live a sheltered life. You don't go outside. It's very obvious. Like, you're an embarrassment. You're a waste of skin. You have no fucking right to criticize anybody or any company for any reason. Until you grow the fuck up and learn how to be an adult, you have no right to criticize anybody or anything for any fucking reason at all.
But, bro, it's not against the law. It's not illegal for Twitch to punish you in this manner. Come on, bro. A little bit over the top.
You can't punish someone for something they didn't do. In a court of law, it would never hold up. It would be one thing if they had said, oh, you did this, I did it. I've never done it. If I had done it, I wouldn't have been able to keep streaming on Twitch. They literally, in this email, just shot themselves in the fucking foot and proved their own statement is wrong because I wouldn't be streaming on Twitch if I actually used hateful slurs.
And that's true. They would have banned him. If he was repeatedly using hateful slurs on the platform, they would have banned him. He would not have a Twitch account today. You can go over to Twitch and go to the Darkside Phil channel. It's still there. It still exists. Because he hasn't used hate slurs. He just hasn't. So it doesn't make sense.
He has.
For him to unpartner him for hate slurs, but not ban him for it. It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't have to make sense. Nothing on this fucking website makes any fucking sense.
So they are wrong.
Whatever.
This is completely wrong. I am innocent, and this actual email proves my fucking...
Banning the word simp doesn't make any fucking sense either.
Innocence. I was punished for nothing. Twitch is a piece of fucking shit. I'm sorry. It is. It is.
Okay. I think that's enough of this. There's some other things that he goes...
I agree. I think that's enough of this nonsense. Enough of your fucking bias. Enough of your whining nonsense. The fact of the matter is you know absolutely nothing about what you're talking about. It's so blatantly obvious. Blatantly fucking obvious. You're saying that you do research on this stuff? You clearly don't do enough. So that's my response to this. We've been going for what? This is a new record for my channel. 1 hour and 37 minutes. Almost an hour and 38 minutes of this video. So I said enough. I hope you guys enjoy this very long response. If you watch all the way through it, then congratulations. You probably have absolutely no fucking life. Maybe now it's time for you to get outside so you don't end up blending in with your fucking wall like this fucking lunatic up here. So that's it. You guys take care.